What's up, YouTube? It's Brandon B, aka Blaze here, and it's time for another movie review. So last night I saw the movie called I Feel Pretty. It's a new romantic kind of like comedy from Amy Schumer, and it has Amy Schumer in it. I can't remember who else is in it except for like people from Saturday Night Live. I think Boozy Phillips was in it. I can't remember who else was in the movie. But overall, it was a really great. It was kind of like a good film. It got like 4 out of 10 stars, or 5 out of 10 stars. I was kind of iffy about going to go see it. I didn't think it was going to be that funny, but overall it was. I actually did laugh a lot at the movie. But it's basically about this girl who works at this beauty place. She is on the online district, but she wants to move up and work in the head offices. So she doesn't feel like pretty enough, but then all of a sudden, she has an accident and she wakes up, and even though people see her for like her body and everything, like it's the same, her inside of herself, like her emotions, makes her feel like she's like the most prettiest person in the world. But then, spoiler, at the end of the movie, you see that she realizes that it's just the same person. She was just had all the confidence in the world to help her feel pretty, but it was all because of her own doing, not because that she got an injury and she woke up like in the movie Big. Sorry about that. But yeah, so like in the movie Big, the kid goes to the wishing machine and wishes that he was big, like, and she tries to do that in this movie, but basically, it's her own doing of her making herself feel pretty. She has like all the confidence in the world, so she finally gets the job at the head office. She starts hanging out with all the most popular people. She meets this guy, and it's her love of her dreams. But there was a lot of funny scenes in this movie. I laughed pretty hard. Everybody in the audience was laughing too. I was like the youngest person though that saw the movie. I didn't really think I was gonna like it, but I kind of actually did. The movie reminded me as like The Devil Wears Prada. Basically, it's kind of like the same type thing. Pretty much throughout the whole movie, I thought that the lady that was in charge of like the beauty place was going to be like the bad person, the one that goes against her, but turns out they become friends. And Amy Schumer's friends in it was Boozy Phillips and this girl from Saturday Night Live. There were some other people in there that are like comedians from Saturday Night Live. One of the guys in there looks like Dave Chappelle, which is pretty cool, but it wasn't him. I'm going to give this movie probably a 5 out of 10, only because it did start out really, really good, but then it just bombed the rest of the way through by going really slow, and it was too dragged out. The only scenes that I liked was like the comedy scenes where I laughed. Everything else was just pretty slow and pretty like boring. It was pretty rough. It was like over 2 hours long. I do like Amy Schumer. She is pretty funny. I do like her in Trainwreck and her other movie called Snatch, where it's like a girl's version of Taken. Those were actually a lot more funnier than this movie. But there is a lot of more funnier movies out there, like in Blockers and Super Troopers 2. So I'm definitely going to give this movie a 5 out of 10. But it's up to you guys whether you guys like it or not, so go see I Feel Pretty. Basically, the reason why I'm giving it 5 out of 10 is because it was slow, it dragged out, it was just way too long, it could have been cut a lot shorter with and added more comedy to it. But I do think the supporting cast did really well, which was the people from Saturday Night Live and Boozy Phillips. But overall, that's my review of I Feel Pretty. So please keep on watching, please subscribe. Thank you.